panic. Salmon Nation, welcome back, friendly friends. Today we're going to do a little stand-up paddleboarding on the Muskegon River. It's a great spot. We're not going to totally give away our location, but it's close by to you if you are interested in searching it out. But we got a beautiful day. It's going to be kind of warm, and we're going to get out on the river, and we're going to take you into the back bayous of the Muskegon River and show you some wildlife. Here we go. All right, so there's a bunch of big leatherback turtles in here. They keep kind of just diving on me. I can see them good with the polarized glasses, but probably can't see them that well with the GoPro, even though I've got it set to Pro Tune. But it's just really cool as you get back in here, you start to see some decent wildlife. You know, we're staying stoked in Michigan right now, and to be honest, I've never paddled up this far. So in the 20 years that I've lived in this area, I've never been here. So I think that's a good thing to remember. There are plenty of adventures in your backyard, even if you feel like you have obtained all of them. You can find this own piece of kind of nirvana that you never even really knew was there, just by you know, getting out there and doing some adventuring locally. And here's the best part about, you know, Michigan is like you're out here in the middle of nowhere, and then, you know, it's 90 degrees or 89 degrees, and then you can just kind of jump in if you want. A little bit of cold here. It's another stay stoked in Michigan kind of day right here. Got a kingfisher over here who is none too happy with the fact that we have arrived upriver here. You can see the water's just super clear, just nothing around other than nature. Giant neon paddleboard. My Shotzi. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a paddle up here, but man, the water's just beautiful. This kingfisher up here is not stoked. I don't think he sees many people up this way. He's like, what are those things? I thought I had this place all to myself. Just keeps circling, screaming at us. Like, get out of here. Whatever you are. I know you're kind. Usually not good when you show up. Sorry, kingfisher. We don't mean any harm today. Just getting a little stay stoked in Michigan vibe. So the Muskegon River was once one of the big logging rivers. It goes way up north, and in the early to mid 1800s, as logs were being cut, they were floated down the Muskegon River, and they ended up in Muskegon because Muskegon was essentially a sawmill town initially. So probably had quite the Wild West scenario if you would have been around back then. With all the fun things that come with sawmill towns. But yeah, as the lumber started to give out, obviously the Muskegon River became less of a waterway for logs floating down. So sure looked a lot different probably even 100 years ago. A lot of this nature was probably maybe a little bit altered from that logging era, but we're getting a little tighter up here. What's that? Yeah, Anna says I'm making the current worse because my paddling, not sure I'm gonna 100% agree with that one, but maybe. It's pretty deep in here though, kind of cool. Like, be a fun little tube float for sure if you just wanted to grab some beverages and float it. And surprisingly, not many like horseflies or deer flies or anything. I was kind of thinking that might be the scenario, precario, but maybe we get a little later into August. We're in the sweet spot here. Not so many bugs anymore. Man, the water's so clear up here. Kind of wish I would have brought like a mask and snorkel. The flow of the water is just awesome. Put the leash on my stand up and just flow down river with it. See what kind of fish I can see. I've seen a bunch of red horse suckers, so I'm sure there's definitely some monster suckers in here. Lake sturgeon being the biggest of all the sucker family, technically. You know I ain't no sucker. I know a lot about suckers. I know a lot about suckers. Got some little bit of a turbulent water here. Getting my upper body workout in. Maybe a little old beaver dam or tree down here. Something other. Pretty cool spot. Feel like I'm on a African safari. Although I'm kind of glad I don't see any 12-foot crocodiles or, you know, tigers or anything like that. That's one thing about Michigan. Really, maybe a water moccasin. I guess you could see a water moccasin in here. That would be somewhat poisonous. It's pretty wetlandy in here. Another kingfisher. Out there. All right, well, we had our little rest stop and now we're heading back down. And we were just saying that, you know, it's one of those things where we worked up the current a ways, and, you know, Michigan is one of those places where you just get like, I want to call them like micro seasons. You know, right now there's no bugs. I think I killed one deer fly. So it's like, it's just, you know, earlier in the year the water would have been more cold, and now it's like you can swim and there's no bugs. But then in a few weeks it'll be mid-September and it'll be gone. But you know, then there'll be that time of year, like some of our first Sama videos where we were out and stand up in with our wetsuits on, or you know, mountain biking the trails because we've had a wet, kind of sloppy springtime, but the sand drains it all out. It's just always something different. It's like, yeah, like little micro seasons. So just can't force it. You got to do what's best for it. It's almost 85 degrees today, so zipping around the trails doesn't sound like that much fun compared to swimming in the river and stand up and out here in nature. So stay stoked, Michigan. You're gonna get out there. Nice job. Shotzi's navigating the eddy. Kind of deep here. You know, if I go in, you're gonna see what it looks like. There's a lot of sticks here. I don't really want to go in. That would hurt. Yeah, that'd be a little ouchy grouchy. I don't know. It's probably either like a muskrat or beaver. Probably muskrat, most likely. Muskrats usually make their lodges out of cattail mounds and stuff like that, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Although we do have beaver have repopulated kind of nicely down here, but they're a little shyer, so it could be one. Although, given the cattail scenario we got here, I'm gonna go muskrat. Who knows? For those of you who like to do your workouts, you can air squat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. You don't really want to watch that, but you know, you could if that was your thing. Catch a little turtle as I was underwater. It's kind of cool. But couldn't see it without a mask. I should have brought the GoPro. That would have been even cooler than me actually catching it with my hands. These lily pads, I want to find out what these are called. They're massive. They just grow so. This time of year, they're like so tall. I feel like we're in some tropical, you know, jungle or something. Crazy. You alright? I'll go down and get them. You just relax. You're gonna be fine. I really can't help you right now, so. See if you can work your way that way, if you can touch. I can get over here in the sand. So I think what I'm gonna do is just hop off and walk around over here a second. Unless it's like real. Yeah, I'm okay. Can you throw your paddle like a spear or? I'm just having some technical difficulties. She's safe. There was a moment of slight panic, but I think she's gonna be okay.
Oh, there's a lot.
Although there might be some Tivas that are gone. Just when you think it's just a lackadaisical trip, it turns into a real adventure. A retrieval. You know, you have to be a very adventurous, friendly friend to get in here. Water moccasins, what you might find out here. Poisonous water snakes, could be amok. Massive turtles. Jungles of Michigan here. Recovered 2 Tiva sandals. These sandals have been all over Croatia, Alaska, California, Florida, North Carolina, Muskegon. Can't lose these. Well, the catastrophe was averted, but maybe it gave this video a little bit of a adventure, so it's not just such a lazy river cruise. Anna still has her shoes. She's not wearing them though, so I'm assuming that they're gonna go in the water eventually again. Get a little wind here, so now we're paddling back into it. First other set of kayakers behind us. Alright, pretty much, I guess I am. Yeah, kind of tall enough, almost. No need for head injury. Here, and they say, you know, stand-up paddleboarding is really good for your core. So as you paddle, it's good for all of your upper body, not just your arms, shoulders, chest. It's also good for your core as you have to balance on the board, and a lot of the pull and a lot of the push from the paddle comes from your core. So, I mean, sometimes I think it'd be nice to have a motorboat come up here, but you know, then I'd be robbed of such good exercise for free. Got a little muskrat up here on the left. You can see him. It's up into the weeds. He's over it. Not super stoked on the dude. Hey, thanks for watching. Stay stoked in Michigan. Get out there and find those little adventures in your own backyard. See you next time.